Good morning and welcome back to the channel. Yes, another video, another day with the camera. Can't grumble at this. And I'm at Holston Firs, which is my local woodland in Northampton. I was just literally going to come out today and just go for a walk with the camera, and I thought, what best way to document it? We have, well, I say we've got blue skies. We've also got a lot of cloud around as well, which kind of helps in this type of environment with some of the photography side of things that we're going to be doing today. So yeah, we're gonna get on it. We're gonna get on it, guys. We are. So the plan is, I did check the forecast. We are looking at scattered clouds, which helps. Like I said, it helps in this type of environment. Now, where I am at the moment, a lot of the trees are stripped of their leaves. However, there's the odd trees here and there that have still got the nice bright yellow leaves. So I've got my first shot already, and all I'm waiting for now is this light to come through. As you can tell behind me now, the sun is starting to peek through, and I'm just waiting for it to light up this subject that I've got in my frame at the moment. It's not the best shot, but I think it's a good start. It's definitely a good start. So if we get some light on this subject, then yeah, it's going to look nice. So what I'm planning on doing this is darkening the background. So I'm going to be exposing on these leaves. I'm going to darken the background quite a lot. I'm going to use a shallow depth of field so the trees behind the subject is going to fall off nicely. And the main thing is going to be the yellow leaves. I've gone vertical, ISO 320, so it's quite dark in here. And sometimes there is like little play, there's like little movements on the branches. So because I want the image sharp, I've had to up my ISO to 320. I'm shooting at 4.5, so the depth of field, although I've zoomed in to 135mm, I still want that nice fall off in the with the depth of field. So yeah, that's the key there, and it's 1/40th of a second, so still slow in regards to in regards to its motion, but it's more than enough to capture this because, yeah, well, it's just enough. It just works. So as you can see there, I've incorporated the fern, which is gonna just add some, I don't know, it's just gonna frame the scene slightly at the bottom left side, but then I want all the trees in the background dark, and as the light hits these yellow leaves, they're just going to pop. So I'm manual focused in on the trees because obviously this, yeah, well, that's going to be the main subject. That's what I want your eyes to look at. Just adding that bit of colour to the shot, which is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. But as you can tell behind me now that the sun is peeking through, and I just need it. I just need it to hit that tree. As you can tell, it's on the one on the right here. There. I just need it to hit down here. Whether or not it does, I don't know, but however the shot turns out alright, here it is. So guys, I've just got my second shot. You should be able to tell behind me, to be honest with you. But the way I've framed this is, it's quite different. Quite different. I mean, to be fair, I actually like this shot. I really do like this shot. If it works out, that is. So I've gone vertical, obviously, and what I've got is I've got tree number 1, 2, and 3. As you can tell, they're obviously in a diagonal. Now, although I've created this diagonal with these, there's a lot of empty space just here. Now, I have added some foreground interest, these 2 branches that have fallen from a tree, but I've left a lot of negative space here. This sun that's been lit directly behind, in front of us, is creating these nice shadows. And I just think that balances the image nicely. With the sun star effect, I think that just works out nice. I'm at f16 to create the star effect. Obviously 1/2 of a second, ISO 200, and yeah, that is my shot. My trigger finger is warming up. This time I've got more of a foreground interest, which is, it kind of works. However, the lining up of the trees and everything ain't really that, it doesn't really look that great. But I'm hoping the image works wonders. So what I've done is I've angled my camera slightly. Instead of being straight, it's slightly up at an angle, and the way the fern is obviously sitting, it just gives you that nice little leading line into the frame. And then obviously you've got the sun star effect above. I am gonna have to take 2 shots here. One for, obviously I've got to expose in this foreground, and then I've also got to do the background as well, because it is so bright over the far end there, which literally I'm just clipping my highlights. So I want to bring that on. I want to capture as much detail as I can in the background. So I'll expose for the brightest parts there, and then just blend them in Photoshop. Ideally, I'd like to have these trees. I would like to have these trees like some kind, I don't know, some kind of symmetry or something like that. But there's nothing to line them up with here. It was this fern and the way that sun was lighting up the scene at this particular time that caught my eye, so I'm going with that. Again, not an award-winning shot, but it's a shot. It's a shot in the bag. It's a shot in the bag. So yeah, very nice. Totally enjoying myself at the minute. So yeah, here's the shot. That's a bloody big hole. Well, what a morning so far. Hopefully them images have come out alright for you guys. So yeah, I've just found this composition that just caught my eye, and it's just full of autumn colours. Yeah, that's what we want, isn't it? And it's that time of year, so why not? And obviously the conditions are not the best. However, what I'm doing is I'm waiting for the sun to peek back out from amongst the clouds, and then it lights up that scene really nicely. So what I'm doing is I'm going to expose for the leaves over there when the sun's hitting it, which then darkens all my foreground, and yeah, it looks nice. Looks really nice. So yeah, there is a bit of a breeze happening at the minute, so I've had to up my shutter speed to be able to capture the leaves. But yeah, it just looks so nice. You've got your yellows, you've got obviously some greens, and obviously you've got your oranges. Just looks nice. It looks nice, and it's simple as well. The way I've got it framed up is obviously I've got a couple of trees on the right hand side of the frame, a couple of trees on the left hand side of the frame, and the trees are obviously weaving in and out. So I'm shooting at 70 mils, ISO 200 to be able to get my shutter speed that I'm after. I'm at 4.5, so I'm not really, I don't care for the foreground being sharp, because obviously that's going to be quite dark compared to obviously the main subject. So that's f4.5, 1/400 of a second. I've underexposed by 1 stop just to be able to get that nice dark foreground, midground, and just leave the background bright when the sun hits. Very nice shot indeed, I do like that. So yeah, here's the shot. Gone quite deeper into the woodland now, and this is pretty much the main walk that everybody uses, because we've got these nice large trees that yeah, in the autumn it's just absolutely stunning. They're just literally orange. Again, I've come a little bit too late for that, and obviously I'm not going to go over there and start recording because there was a lot of dog walkers. Yeah, and then I'm not going to go through the compositions and stuff like that, because yeah, it's going to be a bit of a pain, and everyone's just going to get in the way. I think I've done one a few years ago here. I'll post that. I'll post that one now. I've just set myself out away from everybody. I'm just trying to find a composition for this particular shot. Now I don't know if you can see that tree just there, right in the centre of my frame now. But that's glowing. You can't see it on here, but that's absolutely glowing. So you've got your darker reds and on the you've got your darker oranges on the right, and you've got your lighter the yellows that are transitioning into the orange deep brown type colour. And the way I've got it set up at the minute is that tree is dead centre of my frame. Again, it's about light. So I want everything else to be dark, and what I really want to be shown is the glow from the sunlight that's hitting that tree. That happens every now and again, so I'm just waiting for that to happen. I've been here for the last 10-15 minutes. I did capture it, the particular shot that I was after before I started this part of the video, but it's not happened since. I'm just waiting for it to happen. I'd like to, I don't know, maybe get a different angle of it, maybe with something in the foreground, because at the minute the foreground isn't looking that nice. But yeah, just let me show you what I've got. Let me just brighten it up on the screen here so I can show you. So again, using the 200mm, I'm cropped in at 100mm, and as you can see, that's the that's the subject just here. Now I'm going to try and not include the sky there, so I'm cropping right in, so it looks just something like that. But what I'm not liking is obviously this green foreground that you see here, so I might have to find something a little bit better for foreground interest. I suppose I could probably crop in a little bit more, say something like that, I suppose. Yeah, that could work. But it is just literally when that sun hits these leaves, when it comes through the canopy, it just makes for a really nice shot. And again, I'm going to expose the leaves here because I don't mind all of this being dark. So yeah, that is the plan. Again, I'm shooting at 4.5 because obviously I want that fall off the depth, so obviously a lot of that background's going to be blurred off. As you can tell, there's people walking past. 1/60th of a second, 200 ISO. I have again stopped down 1 stop when exposing for the leaves as well. So there you go, guys. Lovely, lovely, lovely. The shot turns out alright. Here's the shot. Look at this. Very nice. Very nice, very nice, very nice, very nice, very nice. Now I've already shot that. However, what I did do was simplify a few things as well. As you can see in the video, there was this smaller tree that was amongst the batch there. As you can tell, just, oh my life, just there. And because the background was quite dark and in the surrounding it was all yellow from the rest of the trees, I thought if I zoom in a bit more, yeah, I think that would probably just make a really nice image. It's quite a difficult one as well because obviously, like, you can't go too wide because obviously you get all the dark clouds. Yeah, the sun's coming out here. I don't really want the clouds. Obviously, definitely not the sky in it. So I'm having to crop in, which I feel as though it just loses the way it looks. I don't know. But no, the images come out nicely. But however, it's the opposite direction now that I'm shooting, and I had to put the 200mm and I'm cropped in right into 200mm. Now what I'm waiting for is the sun just to peek through that cloud, and it will just hit these nice orange and yellow and greens, the leaves on these trees, and it'll just light it up really, really nice. So I'm just waiting for that to happen. Fingers crossed. So at the minute, as it stands, I'm shooting at 1/200th of a second, 4.5, because I could go f8 to be honest with you, but ISO 200 again. But yeah, it's looking quite nice. We are in for a treat. Look at this. What are these, silver birch? Oh, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Just looking at a composition where it doesn't include the cloud, the sky. So if you look down here, I'll crop right in just to see how it looks. Now I do like the silver birch that is in the main foreground here, but on the left hand side in the far background is quite dark. Now yeah, that would be nice. It's a good contrast between the silver birch and the background, but I'd like to incorporate, you see the background there which has got colour, so it's about lining yourself up and finding that spot. So it might have to be maybe possibly getting a wide angle lens out, maybe because these ferns are quite high as well. So I mean, you're at shoulder height now, so yeah, they are quite high. However, let's get round here, see what we can incorporate into the shot. But this looks absolutely stunning. So I've had to raise my camera. Even on the centre column I have to raise it. I'd very rarely do that, but just to be able to get on the top of the ferns. Now the way I've framed it is obviously I've got certain trees leading into the frame, but there's nothing more to it. It's just white. They just look like, you know, little white twigs coming out of the scene, and then we've got an orange background in the distance. But I'm not for the orange now. Whereas I know I said before I was, but yeah, I'm finding it very hard to find a perfect composition. So that's pretty much what I got in my frame. Yeah, it's nice. However, I've just got to try and work out what it is that I want from it, if that makes sense. That's pretty much my composition there, guys. I am shooting at f2.8. I want to create that shallow depth of field. I'm actually going to do one at 4.5 as well. I just want to see what that gives me when I get it home for post-processing. Maybe I'll probably prefer that, where it slightly falls off. I will work with that, I suppose. Yeah, I'll go with that if it works. Here's the image. Guys, unfortunately I'm going to have to end the video here because my camera has just literally told me that the battery is low. So before that dies, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully you enjoyed the content. So please do like and subscribe, and yeah, until next time, bye for now.